Hello everyone, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk and from unboxings.com, and here I have the Samsung Monte. This one has been provided by our friends over at Vodafone, but it is available SIM free also. The Monte is also known as the GTS 5620, so I'm going to just do a quick unboxing for you and actually take a look at the device in a bit more detail. So without further ado, let's open up, and we can see the Monte is immediately on top, which is pretty common these days. And take it out of the packet. There she is. Going to come back to that in just a second. Take a look what else we have in the box first. And underneath the box at the top we have a selection of bits and pieces. Let's take a look. So let's open up. We have an 8cm CD or DVD-ROM, which obviously has some software on it. And well, there's actually there's two. That's one of two of two. Presumably it's got online versions of the manual and a few other bits and pieces. Get more from your mobile. There's the international warranty, and then finally the user manual itself, which is fairly lightweight. It's not going to take much reading, and I assume it probably only just covers the basics. Underneath then we have a headset. So it's a wired headset in fact, and it has a 4-pole 3.5mm jack on one end, length cable, and an inline microphone with a push button, and then finally the headphones themselves. Samsung are pretty good at providing fairly decent headphones, and these look to be very similar to the ones we've used previously, in-ear style, and yeah, pretty decent looking as well. I guess most people are probably going to want to use their own headphones, and as it's a 3.5mm jack, you do have that option. So we have a USB to micro USB sync charge cable, and then finally we have a wall charger, so UK 3-pin, length cable, and then the micro USB for plugging in to obviously charge. That's all we have in the box. So let's take a look at the Monte itself. Pretty attractive looking. Let's take off the screen protector there and there, so we can actually see it a bit more easily. On the front then, first of all, we have a forward-facing VGA camera. We use that for like video conferencing and bits and pieces like that. Then we also have a 3-inch touchscreen display, which is actually capacitive, and it's 240 by 400 pixels, which is WQVGA. Below that we have a menu button, and then a couple of keys on either side, so it's answer and hang up buttons if you like, and that one also just doubles up as the power button. The loudspeaker grill right at the top is pretty large as well. As you can see, as we're looking around here, this particular model is orange, kind of attractive. It's a little bit out of the ordinary. I'll take the sticker off the back as well, because it has a lot of lumps under it. So there we go. Yeah, so orange is a fairly attractive sort of metallic orange. Looks quite decent. So on the left hand side we have an up and down volume control rocker, pretty common place to put those. Nothing really to see on the bottom, just on the sort of front edge there we do have the microphone. On the other side we have a micro SD card socket under a cover. Cover is captive, but does just swing out of the way fairly easily. We have a lock switch or a lock button. Then we have a dedicated camera button, and over on the back we do have a 3-megapixel camera. It's fixed focus though, and 3-megapixel isn't fantastic, but it's okay for your candid shots if you like. No flash though, so obviously you've got to make sure that you've got fairly decent lighting before you can use it. A couple other bits and pieces there, sticker that I can't get off my finger, and then underneath here we do have, under this cover, we have the micro USB for sync and charge, and that goes there. So let's take that final sticker off. That covers really the basics on the outside. Let's just pick off the back cover, and underneath we have a fairly small battery, not very large at all, 1000 milliamp hour though, so capacity isn't bad at all. And in the side we have our SIM card already inserted there. You can just see the edge of the Vodafone SIM, and that's everything underneath really. The SIM card can be got to without removing the battery, although that's not something that's really recommended, but see, you can get to that. And our micro SD card can easily be got to without even removing the back cover, so that's also pretty good. So let's put the cover back on and let's see if we can power up. While we just wait for that to start, let me just run down the rest of the specification. In actual fact, our talk time is listed at 9.6 hours, which is pretty decent, and standby time of 760 hours. Now, if that's correct, that's a pretty good battery life in actual fact. 240 by 400 touchscreen display, which is capacitive, so that's not bad at all. And as you can see, it's just starting up there. 3 megapixel fixed focus camera. How am I today? Okay, so it launches into the Samsung display. Fairly familiar looking in actual fact. Many of the Samsung devices do have this sort of arrangement on the screen here. TouchWiz effectively. And so we have 3 panels, if you like there. So we can actually add widgets to those 3 panels as we see fit. That's obviously on one here. We can add widgets, and under the widgets we have widget settings. We've got BBC iPlayer, exchange access, analog clock, dual clock, digital clock. There are others here that we can just swipe across. So we've got calendar, photo, YouTube, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, widgets, profile, mini radio, mini player. Oh, there's several other bits and pieces on here, but you get the idea. So let's just add in the calendar just for the sake of it. And that's there, we're done. So we have the calendar on the desktop, and we can move that around. And you'll notice that they can actually overlap, because obviously that was overlapping that Vodafone UK widget too. Keypad, you can see there, it's just pretty standard, but as it is a capacitive touchscreen, it's extremely sensitive. Minimal touch in actual fact to make it work, so it's pretty decent. And let me just come back out of there. Contacts, obviously I don't have any set up, but they would be here. And then menu, kind of gives us our full menu. So we've got call logs, we've got things like Facebook, music player, web and MySpace, communities, camera, calendar, and settings. And we can swipe across. And we've got things like Google, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, games and more, synchronize, and stopwatch, timers, world clock, calculator, all those sorts of bits and pieces. So it's pretty decent through there. And we can actually use the web and other bits and pieces. So we've got full email support, will support to actually connect to an Exchange mailbox if you wanted to do so. So that's pretty good. Google Maps included. They've got a built-in GPS which supports AGPS. Bluetooth 2.1 with A2DP support. Micro USB, obviously with the on the top, which is USB 2.0 compliant. And it's HSDPA, so it's full 3G. You'll be able to use fast internet and all those sorts of services. Quad band for GSM, dual band for HSDPA. It does also have Wi-Fi, built-in 802.11b and G standards are supported. It's got web browser, Office document viewer, PDF viewer, FM radio, all those sorts of bits and pieces. Only 200 meg of internal memory though, so if you're going to record any videos or use it as a media player or anything like that, you're almost certainly going to want to add the micro SD card. As I say, that does support up to 32 gig. Whether or not you want to go to that extent, well, it's probably not worth it, but certainly you're probably going to want to put in an 8 gig memory card if you want to use it for music and that sort of stuff. You can record video with a camera on the back and up to quarter VGA out to 15 frames a second. Some specs actually listing that there is an LED. When actually doing a little bit of research into the specification, I noticed that a lot mention there are LED flash on the back. As you can see, clearly there isn't on the back. So that is a Samsung Monte. It's a pretty quick rundown for you, but we'll have a full review for you coming up over the next couple of weeks, and that'll be over on tracyandmatt.co.uk. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, on twitter.com/tracyandmatt, and I'll be back soon with some more videos and reviews on tracyandmatt.co.uk.